If you have no sense of humor, change the channel, because this is a comedy spoof about how import fans hate the Cadillac CTS V. This is a 2013 Cadillac CTS V coupe. It's something that a true automobile connoisseur like myself would never consider owning. But I'm going to suffer through this review so that you, my 15 dedicated fans, will understand why this would be a terrible car choice for you. The first thing that jumps out to me is that the car looks just awful. It's pretty apparent that GM engineers didn't have any French curves and all they had were straight edges, because look at the lines in the car. And I mean lines, not curves, but lines. And they're everywhere on it. There's not a curve hardly on here besides the tires. This thing has about as much curves as that scrawny little tomboy chick I dated freshman year. If it looks big and heavy, that's because it is. This is just the two-door and weighs 4,300 pounds. Now, I'm no mathologist, but that means that the four-door would weigh over 8,000 pounds. No wonder it's so slow. Because it's so big and heavy, they had to stick this massive V8 in it, and when even that wasn't enough to break 55, they had to put a supercharger on it too. Now, this massive engine sucks down about 16 miles a gallon just trying to get to highway speed. Now, they put this big engine in here just to try to make it somewhat respectable for acceleration, but the reality is it's such a big engine, they didn't have room for a decent setup. They actually had to move the tran and differential and everything to a rear-wheel drive configuration. Speaking of the tran, check this out. Step inside. Speaking of poor technology, look at this manual transmission. It's just tired, old technology that our true driver would never want to have. The reason for this is because Cadillac is so far behind in automotive technology. The Japanese have been making cars since probably like the 70s, so I'm sure way before General Motors. This train also doesn't work for me because I need my right hand to Snapchat my drives and share my racing skills with all my fans. I also need that hand free for my vape. While we're inside, the seats do have heated seats. Guess you need it with a car like this. I never have to worry about getting the girls hot under the hood, but these crotch coolers would be nice to keep them from getting the seats wet. Looks like it's got this mirror-mounted radar, but not like this fat lard can break the speed limit. Now, if it were my car, this display would just get in the way of me laughing at the fools in my rear view I'm blowing off the road. In thermal vision, why am I going to be driving at night? Driving is like lifting and drinking. If people can't see you doing it, what's the point? Probably only way someone in a car like this is finding anything hot. It's probably a good thing this car isn't very fast, because without basic features like door handles to keep it aerodynamic and in line, and back here is so disappointing. Don't even get me started on a single sticker, but look at this. This car is in dire need of a good carbon fiber spoiler to save some weight, at least say 3 feet tall. Remember, the bigger the spoiler, the more carbon fiber and the more weight savings you'll get. That would give them at least a little downforce too, just in case they were ever going downhill with the wind and needed it. Not liking this a whole lot. I only need one exhaust pipe, so does my car. These massive 19s are really overkill on this car, but I guess you need pizza cutter steamrollers like this if you're going to have something this big and heavy. Looks like a ground level monster truck. As with any Cadillac, the storage space is rated in dead hooker storage capacity. This one, if they're the little crackhead style, you could probably get about 5 in there, assuming they're all flexible enough. Sign of a good Cadillac, not of a good sports car. All right, let's take this thing out and see how slow it really is. That exhaust sounds a little bit noisy. It must not be tuned very well. I think I can see the gas gauge going down just at an idle. I guess comfort isn't too bad, but I think it'd be a little better if it just had a nice carbon fiber seat. Looks like I found the one vehicle slower than me on the road, the Honda Odyssey. Guess I'll take it on the highway and see if it'll even keep up with traffic. Whoa! kick, but it's no VTEC. Okay, so I'm not the heaviest vehicle on the road right now. Damn! Oh! This car definitely offers plenty of disappointment, so consider yourself warned. They call it a luxury muscle car, I guess because you have to live in luxury to be able to afford gas for this thing, and a garage floor sound enough to hold it. But to me, muscle belongs on me, not my car. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to learn more about how to enjoy amazing machines like this.